Oh, hi, sorry, I didn't hear you come in. Yeah, I've just been sorting out all the bits from computers that I've had over the years and bits I don't really need anymore. I mean, I've still got like an Intel Pentium 4, which I've had from God knows when. Why have I still got that? I have no idea. But yeah, I'm just going through all the bits and pieces. As you can see in the background, I've got the new computer working, so I've managed to sort that out. But all these other bits and pieces, these 3 boxes are all just rubbish from all the years gone by of bits and pieces that I no longer need. N64 controller. I don't need these anymore, so I'm sacking all this off. Happy days, it's working. Now, let me show you the computer. So this is the new tower that I've got. It's got separate fan controls on the top, typical CD drive behind the front there, and I'm just running off this Asus Maximus 9 series Hero motherboard here. So yeah, so the new computer is running an Intel i7 processor. It's running on 16 gig of DDR4 3600 speed RAM. That's pretty much it. I managed to resurrect the graphics card from my last computer, so that's in it now, thankfully, so that's kept the cost down. Got a 4K monitor, so when I'm actually editing 4K I can see, because these 2 other displays that I've got, they're quite a few years old and neither of them are actually even HD. Although now, so this is the first one, I've actually had this 4K, so trying to edit these videos should be a lot easier now, so I can actually see what I'm doing with it. So yeah, so the graphics card I did have in the old computer was the EVGA 1050 GTX. It's got 4 gigs of RAM, and it's got CUDA cores on it as well. The CUDA cores aren't making a massive amount of difference to the processing power now, because with having the Intel i7 7700 unlocked, and also this RAM, which is 36 speed, it's making it a lot faster now just on the processor power alone compared to the last computer. So the new setup now on the Mavic is recording in 4K still. Now what I'm doing is I'm keeping the Mavic at 24 frames per second, because 24 frames per second is the closest that I can get to the native frame rate for the GoPro as well. So the GoPro is talking in 24 frames per second at the same time as the Mavic's talking in 24 frames per second, both exactly at the same resolution. The reason why I've done that is to try and reduce the amount of time that the computer's got to try and re-render any video files. So obviously if you've got different frame rates or different frame sizes, because the Mavic actually goes up to a wider 4K than the GoPro. So because the Mavic goes up to a wider frame size, you'd have to change crop things like that and everything else. It just means more processing time, more editing time. So I've chosen to keep both of them exactly the same, taking the footage from the Mavic now and putting it onto this new system. If I want to take a 3-minute video and re-render it again ready to put onto YouTube, before it was taking me about 30 minutes to pull a 3-minute video file to render it into one file. That's not editing it, that's just to render it after you've edited it. Whereas now the new system's doing it in about 16 minutes, so it's a vast improvement. Granted, still saying though you're waiting 16 minutes just to render a 3K video file. This, you have to bear in mind as well that the Intel i7 77K is probably about one of the fastest processors you're going to get without spending an astronomical amount of money on your processor. Coupled with this overclocked RAM as well, and it's all overclocked at the moment onto this Asus Maximus board here. So it's all overclocked at the moment. It's running at about 4.6 gig on the 4.2 processor. The RAM's running at its 3600, and so far the system has been quite stable, but like I said, I'm getting 16-minute render times from that. So if you're running an older system and you're trying to take any Mavic footage or even any 4K footage, to be honest, whether you're using the GoPro or the Mavic and you're trying to re-render any 4K footage, the video times are the same. So whether I now splice in the GoPro footage and mix it with the Mavic, it makes no difference. It's still the same render time. It's still around about the 16-minute mark for the 3 minutes. So roughly speaking now, I'm trying to use in my head the theory that for every minute of video I want to do, it's going to roughly take me 5 minutes before, whereas before it was taking me 10 minutes to render a 1-minute video file. With that in mind, I'm now going to end this vlog, because it's only going to be a brief vlog. I'm just touching on the fact that I've got the new computer and it's all good to go. Done a quick bit of testing with it and everything else, everything's all installed on it now. I'm happy with it again, so yeah, expect to see some more vlogs coming out. There's some big things that are going to be happening in August. I've already recorded 1 or 2 vlogs, that's why I know the render times for this. I've already recorded 1 or 2 vlogs ready for August that are going to get released. Yes, believe it or not, I've already recorded these vlogs. So these are already pre-done, because in August, me and Gina are going away to America. We're going to Texas. So whilst we're over there, I wanted to have some video files that I'm ready to dump straight onto YouTube to explain what we're doing out there, because Gina knows very little about what's happening out there at the moment. So I'm going to touch on that in a minute. I'm going to record another vlog in a minute, because I'm going to be discussing about trying to get all my gear out there, because I've got the drone, the cameras, all the charging equipment, the laptop, etc, etc. I've got to get all this out, and it's all got to go into one carry-on. So come back to my next vlog in a second, have a look at that one, you see what I'm trying to be taking with me, and then keep an eye out as well for August. August the 15th is when all the vlogs are going to be going out. I'm going to be starting a daily vlog on August the 15th for a few days whilst we're out in America, so everybody can keep up with us whilst we're out there. I'd really appreciate any comments, feedbacks. Please like and subscribe to my channel as well, and I'd like to see you all soon. Right, cheers guys, thanks very much, take care, see you later.